Alright, hey guys, I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. As you can see, it is, well, maybe you can't really see, but it started snowing on me. What I'm needing to do is get these running boards put on this 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. My girlfriend, who is Cathy, as you may have seen in another video, she is almost 6 months pregnant. She's also only 4'11", and climbing up in this truck is difficult. So we're going to try to install running boards, make it a little easier. So anyway, I just threw this mat down, crawled under there to make sure this kit will work. Still not 100% sure that it will. The front bracket looks like it will, but the instructions they sent, that's it right here. And I will have a picture, and I'll include all that stuff so you see which one I got. It set a range from like 2012 to 2019 or something Jeeps, and as you see right here, it just says for 2014. That's it. This is it. This is all you get. But it looks like it should be rather simple, but we'll see. So anyway, this is metric. The connections they have, there are two different sizes. The larger of the two is or the smaller is a 10 millimeter, and the larger, I think it was 12. Yeah, it's 12. So that's what I have. And this is the I'm working on the driver's side first. This is the rear bracket. This is the front bracket. And what you're looking for, at least the front, I was able to find, is the holes that it wants you to use right here, which we're about, if you look, there's the tire, so I guess it's, I don't know, we're at 2 feet back. There's a hole right here, and then right here, let me see, yeah, right here are the two holes for this part. So I lined that up just to make sure that it would work, and it does line up. So I'm going to connect this real quick. I'll be back in a second. Okay, just a quick tip. This is called I think they labeled on this package a T-bolt or something. As you can see, it's a Phillips head, but it's soldered solid, and you'll have to just ratchet the other side to tighten it. So in this hole here, what it does apparently is slides up in there, and then I guess it's just supposed to stay. I don't really like that so well, but let's let me tighten it down. Okay, so what you have to do is loosen this, take this bolt all the way off, or this nut all the way off, and washer, put your bracket in, and then hand tighten this up. Now, that per the instructions, it says do not, first of all, don't use power tools on any of this stuff. Secondly, it says do not tighten fully until you've got everything adjusted. So as you can see here, this still has a little bit of play. I'm going to put these two bolts in here. Alright, these two are hand tightened in. There are two washers that come with this, one for the front, one in the back. And Mr. Obvious here is going to state that if at all possible you can have this vehicle jacked up to work on this, man, you're gonna be much happier. This is a little tough, getting these tight little spaces and holding it with one hand and tighten with the other, and you know, maybe if I was a little smaller, it would be easier too, but anyway. All right, I'm gonna move on to the back. All right, here in the back, there's an existing bolt right here. So, no, that's fine. So anyway, there's an existing bolt here that you need to take out, attach your bracket, and put that back in. Reuse that same. It looks like it is a 5/8, so I'm going to take that out, get this bracket in. All right, got the back one on. This one's a little tougher. So that existing bolt here, took it out, of course, and the tricky part was right here. These two bolts. This did not want to line up perfectly. It lined up well straight on, but I mean height, like pushing it up. I had to force it up in there. Hand tight it. You can still see this bolt was still slightly slanted. I'm sure that'll tighten up and be okay. But again, don't want to tighten it until we put the running board on. I'm gonna try to figure that out now. Okay, here's the running board. You'll see they have 6 bolts here. They're tightened down. There are no instructions for this part, so I just kind of had to figure this out on my own. So you have to loosen these and then slide them in these channels to line up with your brackets. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so we loosened those screws, and there were actually 3 sets of 2, and there were only 2 brackets. So what we did is we took the 3rd set, slid them all the way to the end, tightened them down, and they'll be used, I guess, if one of these snapped or whatever the case may be. I assume these are universal, so there are probably some vehicles that have 3 brackets that go on underneath instead of 2. Anyway, before you tighten anything down, put it in place, and you want to make sure that you get it centered, get it to where you need it, and then we'll tighten it down. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, so once we get this in place, we slid the nuts down, or bolts down. So you see here those other 2 that I was referring to, where actually that's, I just gotta tighten that more. It's just hand tighten. But those are I guess just spares. So anyway, we got these lined up. Little tip I learned just now was the brackets here, where this bracket connects here, the nut on the back side of it, leave it all the way out to about the edge of the bolt itself, because this running board needs to be like I don't know if I can really demonstrate it here, but see how it comes out to the slot, like all the way to the edge of the slot. Like so, there you need a little play to be able to get that to get down in there. The back was harder than the front, but anyway, it was a little tip I learned there. So let me get all these. We got it lined up where we wanted it. Got these in. I'm going to tighten everything down officially, and then move on to the other side. All right, so this one's tightened down, installed, lined up to where she wanted it. I don't know if I so much agree with the exact location that she chose. I don't really like the front there, but this is her vehicle, so her choice. I'm gonna go grab her, let her come and test it out, and then she can back this sucker up so I can work on the other side. All right. Let's see if it holds up. I think she's trying to break it. That's not. Yeah, still holding up. Is it better? Yeah. All right, back her up so I can work on the other side. You hear me? Alright guys, so I wasn't going to film this other side, but ran into an issue, and this has caused, this was just a pain in the ass. There's no other way to put it. So this is the limited Jeep Grand Cherokee 2018 limited luxury pack 2. I don't know if that makes a difference as far as this particular issue that I ran into, but where the bolts go to the front bracket, on the we're on the where are we on, the passenger side now? Yeah, passenger side. There's this this molding that runs along this track here, right where you need to connect your bolts. Thankfully it stops before it hits the back bracket, but here in the front, absolute nightmare to get these bolts attached. So what I had to do is actually disconnect this molding, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to show you where the bolts are, but there are a couple nuts on there that you need to loosen all the way. Pull this thing down. Don't disconnect it all the way. Pull it down far enough so that you can then get your fingers in here and get these bolts going. This one, as you can tell, I had to reverse it. Sorry about the camera angle here. I'm on my side and fighting frostbite, I think. So I had to flip this around just to be able to get this side to work. The other side I was able to get okay. Well, I won't say okay, but the right way anyway. Additional tools that helped were some needle nose pliers. A little repair probably would have even been better, but I was able to, once I got the bolt through, was able to pinch the first the washer and slide it up around, and then secondly hold the nut, and then with one hand hold the nut at the end of the bolt, and with the other hand ratchet the bolt down. So just FYI, this is a 2018 luxury pack 2, I think they call it. So this may be what you run into. It might be in all 2018 Grand Cherokees. I don't know, but either way, let me show you what it looks like. All right, there she is, finished up, passenger side and driver's side. It was a battle. I think this overall took me 3 hours. Snow stopped, thankfully, but it's still cold as shit out here. I think 34 degrees last I checked. So if you have any questions, put them down below. I probably missed a few easy steps. The obvious easiest step that I missed was paying somebody else to do this for me, but not everybody wants to spend a couple $100s just to do something like this. Hopefully this video helped you, and I'm going to end this video as I'm going to end probably the rest of my videos going forward until my channel's blocked or deleted by YouTube. But stop wearing those goddamn masks. They're useless. The virus is not deadly to 99.9% of you. Lockdowns are a sham, and keep fighting for freedom. They're disappearing quickly. Don't take that vaccine no matter what. Do not take it. Go to Brighton, BRIGHTEON, to find videos, because YouTube won't allow them. Plenty of videos, people taking these vaccines, they're dying, they're having horrible side effects, convulsions, Bell's palsy. There's so much stuff out there. The ingredients to this stuff is awful. They're using skin tissue or lung tissue from aborted fetuses of 14-month or 14-week-old male babies. Just look it up. It's awful. What's in here? What's in that vaccine? Do not take it. I beg of you. Other than that, just keep trucking along, and till next time, see you guys.